Yeah, we went to the Ringling Museum yesterday, saw all this amazing circus stuff. It was phenomenal. Hi, Becky. Good morning, beautiful. How are you?
Good. I love
Good.
you.
Uh, I miss
I,
you, beautiful.
I love
Okay.
it. I love it when you're in your Sue Sylvesters for me.
Next time on Glee. Exactly. Okay, let's go ahead and begin. I want to get some really fun things in here today. So, today in the afternoon, around 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have, hi, Nadia. Eastern Standard Time, we have the new moon of Aries that is going to make its appearance. And it is a really, really, really exciting time because it is a reset. It's a complete reset. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. And so, because it's the first sign of the zodiac, what it tells us is that everything that came before this is irrelevant. And it is all about what's happening from here on forward. So, all of those things and all of those places and all of those situations in our life that came before this, in which we have said, well, I don't understand why things aren't working out. This doesn't look like it's going to be fun for me. Now's the time to really, really, really let it all go. Okay. Because with this new energy, it's like it's the astrological version of Happy New Year. Okay. And so Aries is a sign that is doesn't give much consideration and detail into things having to be a certain way, having to do all the planning and go through all of that stuff. Instead, what Aries does is Aries dives in head first and says, here we go. Nothing is impossible. And they really, really, really are because they're the child of the zodiac. What happens is, they go, like, you think of a kid when a kid learns how to walk. He gets up, he walks 3 steps, and then he falls. But he may cry or whine or whatever, but he usually gets up and tries again. And that is the energy of Aries. Aries doesn't have much care in the world for when things don't go its way, because it just goes, oh, I'll just try again, or I'll just do something else. And so that is actually a really beautiful energy that many of us that aren't Aries or aren't fire signs, we don't fall into that. Usually we think so cautiously and meticulously about the outcome of things and who we're going to hurt or what we're going to have to do or this or that. Aries does not. And I want to share that energy because you're going to feel a lot of that this week, with also this incredible placement of Pluto entering into Aquarius. There's going to be a tremendous need for change. Change is just going to be something that is going to be inevitable, and it could even be drastic change. So it's important for us to be excited about it more than anything. It's really important about us. Really important for us to completely let go and just be in the flow of things. Remember, how can it all work out better than we've ever, 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 ever imagined? So that's something that's really important. The other thing that I want to make mention of too is, this is a great time to begin learning something new. Aries controls the head. And because it controls the head, this is also a time where you want to be super cautious about bumping your head, hitting your head, maybe even headaches. You may go through these things. Be really super aware of those things. Remember, it's also part of the energy. But within all of that, there's a great opportunity to learn something new, to learn a new skill. It was actually when I arrived to Sarasota, my uncle, he takes on these things. And when he learns something new, he dives into it and he buys all the equipment and he buys all the books and he's in it. And is really into watch repair and how watches work and all this kind of stuff now. And he has all this stuff to support him in doing it. And Guillermo said, well, this must have been something that you've been passionate about since you were a kid. And I was like, no, he's been into it for 3 months. Right. So that energy of oh, that I'm curious about that. I would like to know what that is, and then diving in. This is the time to actually use that energy, something that maybe you think has been impossible or that you wouldn't give that much attention or that energy to. What if it became something that actually informed a greater aspect of your life as a whole, right? And I was actually observing Brent, working on one of these pocket watches with these microscopic pieces within this watch. And I watched him work, and I said, for me, I had this awareness. I said, you know what? He does this because this is meditational for him. And I asked him, I said, what are you thinking about when you're doing this? He goes, nothing. I'm thinking about nothing. And I was like, that's exactly it. Right. So what if whatever it is you're seeking to learn, or that you would like to understand, actually informs a greater aspect of your life, a greater aspect of your being? And what if that was a contribution to every part of your life? Because what I know in my personal life, I go, oh, well, I'd really love to learn painting. Right. And then I go, well, what good is that for what I do, or this or that? And the point is that it's all connected, and you don't have to try to figure out what it is. If you have a desire for it, it exists. The desire exists within you because it's going to be something that would complement or be a complement to everything else in your life, including the relationships, including your health, including your wellness, including your other projects. Okay. So follow that energy this month. Don't analyze it. Don't try to say, oh, what if I do this? If I do that? Just do it. Just do it. Just go for it. Just have fun with it. Be so present with it. And remember that now is the time. Okay. So let's go ahead and begin the meditation. Let's close our eyes, and we will, let me get situated here. Let's close our eyes and find ourselves in our heart. And as we find ourselves in our heart, let's go ahead and begin by taking 3 deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. And now let's shift our awareness to the center of the earth. And as we shift our awareness to the center of the earth, let's imagine this beautiful energy swirling in the center of the earth. And let's imagine this energy scooping up fresh earth energy and coming up through the soles of our feet, through our ankles, our calves, our knees, and our thighs, and traveling up through all of our chakras and popping up outside the top of our head and forming a beautiful ball of light. Now see yourself in this ball of light. And now imagine this ball of light lifting us up, out past the space that you're in, higher and higher and higher and faster and faster and faster. Imagine that ball of light lifting you up, out past Earth's atmosphere, out into outer space, through different planets, galaxies, and the Milky Way. And higher and higher and higher beyond there, out into different layers of light. Some light and some dark. Imagine those energies lifting you up into a beautiful golden-like light. And through the golden-like light, into a jelly-like substance light. And through the jelly-like substance light, through a beautiful pink haze, which is the law of compassion. And through the law of compassion, you enter into the 7th plane of all that is. The plane of creation, of oneness, and of complete totality. You feel this energy dissolving. And from here, we will begin and ask for some downloads to support us for this magical energy that we have here. So would you like to know what it feels like, looks like, tastes like, smells like, and is to follow your desire, to follow your asks of the universe, to allow them to lead you and to take you down the rabbit hole, as they say, right? Just lose yourself in curiosity. What a beautiful download. So would you like to know what it feels like, looks like, tastes like, smells like, and is to lose yourself in curiosity? To allow yourself to surrender to the energy of what is truly, truly possible that you've never considered before. If you'd like that, say yes. And would you like to know what it feels like, looks like, tastes like, smells like, and is for you to recognize and realize that you are exactly where you're meant to be, that you know that you're exactly where you're meant to be, that you know how to recognize and realize that there are no mistakes. There are no mistakes. And to know where you be is the place with which you can create and allow and bring in everything in your life. So would you like to know what it feels like, looks like, tastes like, smells like, and is to acknowledge and honor you? And would you like to know what it feels like to leave everything that came before you behind you? To know how to look to the future with endless possibility, that you know that you're worthy of looking to the future without referencing the past? Would you like to know what it feels like to know that you're worthy of creating from the future? If you'd like that, say yes. I'd like to have the creator's definition of what it means to be bold, that you know how to be bold, when to be bold, where to be bold, that it's safe for you to be bold, to trust that being bold is not something you have to worry about overstepping somebody's toes or hurting somebody or whatever. That's not what we're talking about. Being bold is asking for what you want, being the energy and being the demand of what you want. This is something that is very, very light, very true for an Aries. They know how to be that energy. So would you like to know what it feels like, looks like, tastes like, smells like, and is to be able to be all of that energy, but also to have the compassion and the love and the care and the mercy that comes with it? So if you'd like that, say yes. And so would you like to know what it feels like, looks like, tastes like, smells like, and is to have the creator's definition of what it means to have a healthy memory? There's a lot coming up about memories, that you know how to organize your memories, to allow your memories to be something that are a part of your heart and a part of your soul, but also something that you can kind of leave on the shelf, that they aren't something that clogs your consciousness or that you fear or that serve you to remind you of past wounds. So would you like to know what it feels like to dive headfirst, to know that you're worthy of diving headfirst into everything that you're asking for? Beautiful. So now let's channel this energy into our healing today. I'm going to continue to request to send healing and light to the regions of Turkey and Syria, and also to the Ukraine and to those affected in the region. Send them unconditional love and unconditional light. And as we switch our energy to those who need healing today, I ask us to continue to hold space and to meditate for Ayla, beautiful, magical 14-year-old being who has been diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma. And she just started chemo. We just want to hold space for her and send her unconditional light and love. Let's also please send healing to Cindy. And let's send healing and light to Alex, Melissa, and let's send healing to Kat, and let's also please send healing to Linda, Let's send contributions and healing to Tom and Judy. And also to Joanne. And let's send contributions to Sean and to G. Great. And last but not least, would you guys like to know that you are unconditional love, that you be unconditional love, and that unconditional love is your birthright? If you'd like that, say yes. Now let's take our palms and rub our palms together. Faster and faster and faster and faster and faster. And now take your palms, place your palms over your eyes. Your eyes are the windows to your soul. When you're ready, you can open up your eyes and allow that energy to come into your body and into your being. And place your hands on your heart. Congratulate yourself for being here and for showing up. Guys, have an amazing day. I have to run to another meeting right